Today marks one of the most significant and controversial government document releases in recent history. The National Archives has published more than 240,000 pages of FBI and CIA records related to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. These documents, previously sealed until 2027, were released early by order of President Donald Trump under Executive Order 14176. The material reveals decades of surveillance, political interference, and aggressive efforts to discredit one of America's most iconic civil rights leaders. Let's break down what was released, how the public is reacting, and why this matters now more than ever. What was released? This newly released archive includes FBI wiretap transcripts and memos authorized by then-Director J. Edgar Hoover, internal communications from the COINTELPRO program aimed at undermining King's credibility, CIA reports and international surveillance logs, details of the investigation into King's assassination, including James Earl Ray's escape and arrest. The documents paint a clear picture of how federal agencies viewed King not as a hero, but as a threat, and how they systematically worked to undermine his message and movement. The King family responds. Dr. King's children, Martin Luther King III and Bernice King, had early access to the documents. They issued a public statement urging Americans to approach the material with empathy, restraint, and respect. The family continues to question the official account of James Earl Ray acting alone in the assassination. Their concern is not only about what's in the documents, but how it might be interpreted or exploited. To them, the release risks distorting King's legacy rather than honoring it. A political motive? Supporters of the release argue that Americans deserve full transparency about their government's history, including the most difficult parts. Trump allies like Tulsi Gabbard and MLK's niece Alveda King praise the move as a necessary step toward truth. Critics, however, see the timing as politically strategic. With Trump facing renewed scrutiny over unrelated controversies, including leaked grand jury information connected to the Epstein investigation, some believe this massive declassification is designed to shift public attention. Regardless of intent, the consequences are real and unfolding in real time. What's actually in the files? While researchers have only begun to analyze the documents, early reviews show confirmation of long-held suspicions. The FBI surveilled King obsessively, often without proper cause. Government officials sought to tarnish his public image by leaking personal information. Intelligence agencies viewed his anti-Vietnam War stance as a threat to national stability. What remains unclear is whether the files contain new evidence pointing to a broader conspiracy behind King's assassination. Thus far, no such revelations have surfaced, but the scale of the release suggests more findings may emerge. Why this matters? This release isn't just a historical milestone. It raises enduring questions about civil liberties, government overreach, and how we remember our national heroes. Dr. King stood for justice, peace, and nonviolent resistance. The government responded by treating him as an adversary. These documents are a sobering reminder of how institutions can be used to suppress even the most moral voices. They also offer a chance for reckoning, if we're willing to face the truth. What comes next? Expect historians, journalists, and advocacy groups to spend months combing through the records. Key areas of focus will likely include evidence of broader coordination against King from international or private actors, new insights into James Earl Ray's movements and connections, documentation of internal dissent within the FBI or CIA for the public. This is an opportunity to revisit history with clearer eyes and to challenge the narratives that have shaped our understanding for decades. Final thought: Dr. King once said, "The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice." Today, as thousands of pages of classified history are unsealed, that arc bends just a little further. Whether it brings us closer to justice or controversy depends on what we do with what we learn.